Thank you very much, Mr. Robert. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, guys. Thank you very much for joining our session. As I know this is your second session, let me first share my screen and then I will share some information about me. Just please 1 minute. Okay. This is our presentation. Well, today, this is your second module. We are going to discuss in practical terms how to develop your mission and the vision of your company. Both are very important because are the first steps, for your strategic plan. My name is Avraam. I have been teaching in Abu Dhabi University since 2014. I'm teaching strategy, mainly strategy and quantitative methods. So please, if you have any questions, let me know. You can raise your hand, okay, or use the chat box, to write your question. Thank you very much. Okay. First of all, let me move to the next slide. And okay, it's very important. Okay, we are going to discuss 3 different things, focuses. The first one is to understand the strategic management process. There is a process, a step-by-step process. It's very important. And this process will help you not only to understand and realize the different phases of strategy, but will give you a better idea about the critical role of mission and vision. Of course, I have to clarify some other terms. These terms will help you, to understand, all the different phases, all the different steps. Okay, so we're going to discuss about the strategic management process. We will discuss some important terms like, for example, competitive advantage, operational effectiveness, and finally, we will discuss how to develop your mission, vision, objectives, and goals. All of these are extremely important, okay? Because, strategy is not only some statements, there is a scientific process, okay? And actually strategy, through the different tools, help us to predict the future and create your future. This is very important, for your project. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, guys. So, what is strategy? Please use your mobile, and you can, share your ideas. What is a business strategy for you? You can write 1, 2, or 3 different words. Okay. By using, the Mentimeters. I think you have done it. And my good colleague, Mr. Robert, has shared some information how to do it. So please, what is a strategy? Okay, please use your mobile. Come on, take your mobile and write your answer. 1 word or 2 words. You can use, you can visit www.menti.com, and by using this code 2562318, please provide your answers. Come on, guys. What do you think is a business strategy? By using simple words, okay? No need to write, an analysis or definition. No, just 1, 2 words. For example, is a plan. Absolutely right. Is a process. Very important. We'll discuss about it. Yes, plan and process both are parts of the business strategy. It's very good points. Thank you. Okay, we see some other words. It's not easy to see these words. Steps. Yes, it's a process, it's a step. Of course, vision, different stages. Yes, thinking is extremely important. How to develop our customer base. Bravo, guys, you're going very well. Keep going. Solving, yes, it's very important. This is another one very interesting point. We have, many times, businesses are facing so many different problems. So we need solutions. Very good point. Pricing strategies, very important for your project. Oh, so many things. Creative ideas, absolutely right, because we have to understand what our customers are looking for. Very good point. Risk taking, Absolutely. And this is why, we need strategy, because we have to mitigate the risk. We have to find out solutions about, how to reduce risk and how to, why not diversify in different operations. Very good point. Long term, something this is very important for a business strategy. Yes, is about a long term. Okay, this is why many of the tools, business strategy is how to predict the future. This is something very, very important. Is sustainability and how to remain, sustainable over time. There is a very nice, interesting definition, a new definition about sustainability from McKinsey Quarterly, resiliency over time. This is something very important. How to deal with difficult situations, like now, about COVID-19. COVID-19 has a huge, mainly negative effect on many companies. So many points. Thank you, guys. I agree with you. You are absolutely right. All of these, okay, all of these different things compose, what is a business strategy. Thank you very much. Let's move on the next slide. We have many different other exercises, believe me. So you will participate more. Okay, let me start off my analysis by sharing a very interesting story, okay, about strategy. Okay, perhaps you know the Battle of Trafalgar, okay, more than 200 years ago. If you remember, the British Admiral's fleet was outnumbered at Trafalgar by an armada of French and Spanish ships. Okay, the number was much bigger. Okay, so actually they had a huge advantage over the British fleet. If you remember, or perhaps if you have ever read the story, or if you have watched on TV, the prevailing tactic in 18th century were for the two opposing fleets to stay in line, as you can see here, okay, firing broadsides at each other. This was the main, tactic, okay? But in this case, okay, if the number of your ship was much, smaller than the number of the fleet, from the enemy, then you had a big problem. Actually, Admiral Nelson, okay, had the strategic insight how, to deal with, this problem, okay? His fleet was, much, the number of his, ships was much smaller than the number of the Spanish and French fleet. So he did what? He broke actually the British fleet into two columns, and then drove them at the Franco-Spanish fleet. As you can see, let me go back, okay? He actually did what? He broke, okay, his fleet into two different, as you can see, two different columns, okay? So he went through, the Franco-Spanish fleet, okay, and actually started hitting, their ships. It was very difficult for the Franco-Spanish gunners, to hit the Nelson's fleet, because actually, as you can see here, I think it's much better. They went in a vertical way, through the fleet of the French and Spanish ships. So actually, this idea gave Nelson the big victory. This is a very good example of a strategy. The way of using your resources, the way of using your capabilities. We discussed about resources and capability, okay? Can change, the outcome, and can offer some advantages. So the idea is about a strategy, how to find out a way how to improve our position. So in plain words, Okay, strategy is how to improve our position. It's about our position. So a good strategy, okay, is the way of using our resource capabilities, the way of using the external factors in a combination with our internal resource and capabilities, okay, in order, to achieve a better position. I think there are some questions here. Okay. Yes, this meeting is for all the groups. Okay, for all groups, I think there are around 20 groups. This is the second class. We're going to discuss about mission and vision. First, I have to explain briefly about strategy. There is a different session about strategy, but it's very important, to have a basic idea about strategy in order to understand what is a mission and what is a vision. Okay, regarding your groups, we cannot discuss right now. Please, you have received some guidelines from Abu Dhabi University. If you have assigned to 2 different groups, please send an email to Abu Dhabi University. So, okay, let me go back. Okay, so in plain words, okay, what actually Admiral Nelson did was to change, okay, the position of his resources, because the number of his fleet was much, much lower than the number of the Franco-Spanish Armada, okay. He decided, okay, to change the position, and this change gave him a great victory. So in plain words, ladies and gentlemen, foxes, strategy is how to gain a competitive advantage. By saying how to gain a competitive advantage means how to have a better position than the position of the other enemies, in our case, competitors. Okay, very nice. Okay, this is the strategic management process. This is very important and very interesting slide, because we are going to discuss the different phases, the different steps. This is very important for your project, okay? And actually today, I am going to analyze in more details the mission and the vision, and I will help you, to write down your own mission and your own vision. Okay, the first step is, to understand and decode, the factors coming from outside, external environment and internal environment. By saying external environment, for example, let me give you, let me say COVID-19. COVID-19, okay, is an external factor coming from the external environment and has affected in many different ways, mainly in a negative way, okay, many different industries and of course companies. So today, companies must, deal with this new situation, COVID-19. They have to find solutions, and they have, to make many changes. This is why, for example, today we offer this winter camp online, okay? Because, it's not possible for, face-to-face. So many times, the external environment play the main role, a vital role, okay, for our mission and vision. Someone perhaps will ask me, okay, why the external environment, why the environmental analysis, the environmental scanning is so important? Because our mission and vision, by saying mission, my mission is, for example, to create a very good product, okay, or a very innovative product, or a different product, or whatever you like, okay? Your mission actually, in practical terms, must address a gap. There is a gap in the market. There is a need for something. For example, if you decide to produce any product, let's say this pen, okay? Your decision about this specific product is coming because there is a need. Customers, okay, are asking for this product, are looking for this product, so they will pay for this product. So this is why the first step is to understand the different factors of the external, composing the external environment. So the mission and the vision, as we will see later, and we'll discuss, in more detail, is about the direction of the company. Mission and vision, and the next step, we have to make it more specific. Okay, we have the values, we have the objective, and of course the scope. We have to make it, because I am sure you have seen some, mission. Mission is a general statement. Okay, for example, we discuss about the mission and the vision of Abu Dhabi University. The mission of Abu Dhabi University, the first part is that our students are at the heart of everything we do. This is very important. So, okay, this is a statement, something general. We have to make it more specific. So we use the objective because we have to make it more specific, more measurable, okay? So this is why many managers, call objectives as measurement statements or quantifiable statements. There are some other sessions you will discuss about the strategy formulation and implementation and how to evaluate your strategies. And finally, the ultimate goal for all strategies is to gain a competitive advantage. Please, foxes, keep in mind, by saying competitive advantage, I mean that your strategy must improve your position. If your strategy offers no advantages over your competitors, then something's not going well. Perhaps you have to change your strategy. I think there are some extra questions. Let me check if you have more questions. Okay, there is a broken link. Okay, I am sure our IT will send you a new link, or sorry, I cannot help you right now, but I am sure the IT, our IT department will check it.
Yes, Doctor. We are working on it now. So just give us 5 minutes. Dr. Rahman is working on it now, Doctor. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Robert. Okay, so very soon you will receive a new link. Can I know the code for the Menti? No need to worry. We have some more activities in Mentimeter. Okay, so I will share later the code again. No need to worry. Perhaps it's available in the chat box. Mr. Robert, please, if the code for Mentimeter is not available, please include it in the chat box. Thank you very much.
Sure, Doctor.
Thank you. Okay, so guys, now we have an idea that strategy, in practical terms, is how to improve our position. This is not my idea. This is the idea from Michael Porter. Michael Porter is one of the most important strategists in the world. And actually all the different theories we discuss in strategy, mainly coming from him. He's teaching strategy at Harvard University, okay? And what we are going to discuss right now about competitive advantage, operational effectiveness, and strategic positioning, all of these are based on his theories and his analysis. Okay, so I told you guys many times that the goal, okay, the main goal of a strategy is to gain a competitive advantage. Gaining a competitive advantage means what? In plain words, okay, I told you our position must be better, but in more practical terms, okay, our company must be able to create or produce or deliver or sell a product, okay, in a better way than the competitors. Okay, many times we have the same product. So if our company is able to produce this product at a lower cost, then as you understand, our company will have a cost advantage over the competitors. So for the same product, let's say this one, if there are two different options, okay, for you as a customer to pay, let's say one option is, to buy this product at a cost of 10 dirhams, and the second is at 8 dirhams. Of course, you will choose the second one. The second one is very important, the operational effectiveness, okay? This is very important because by saying operational effectiveness is how to improve, okay, how to deliver our internal, this is very important, internal operations, okay, internal activities in a better way, let's say at a lower cost or faster than our rivals. And the last one is about our strategic position. This is very important, okay, because our strategic position, by definition, okay, must be different than the position of the other. Because if it's the same, then there is no competitive advantage. You understand that, okay? So always the companies are looking, are looking for ways how to improve their strategic position. If your strategic position is different, and as a company, you are able to deliver at a lower cost or faster or both, okay, your product, then you will gain a competitive advantage. So, okay, the strategic position, because it's extremely important. For your project, you have to decide your strategic position. Let me give you an example, okay? You know about the different restaurants, okay? Let's say, you know about McDonald's, okay? You can visit McDonald's, for having a lunch or dinner there, okay? The idea of McDonald's is how, is to produce at a very low cost. On the other hand, because, McDonald's, is a very big multinational company. So it's very easy for them to reduce their cost, okay? Because they have a very, strong bargaining power over their suppliers, okay? And you understand, it's not like a small local fast food. For a small local fast food to survive, okay, it's impossible, okay, to follow the same strategy, to pursue the same strategy like McDonald's. They need to offer something different. Because as you understand, for a small local Emirati fast food, okay, is impossible to produce at the same cost like McDonald's. It's impossible. So the only way to survive is to offer something different. So they have to decide about their position, and this position must be different than the position of the other competitors. This is why we have many farms here in UAE. These farms mainly produce organic products, because for organic products it's not easy, to produce them at a mass production. So by producing a small quantity but organic, they can request more money, they can ask more money because it's organic. So, farmers haven't used fertilizers, chemicals, all of this. So they can claim, oh, you see, my product is better, is cleaner, is organic. So customers will pay more. So the strategic position, guys, and please, I need your attention because you have to decide about the strategic position for your project. We have three different sources. The first is about variety-based positioning, okay? In this case, a company will produce only a specific subset of an industry product. Let's say, for example, lubricants like DW40. It's a very good example. This is a very famous lubricant. I am sure you have seen. Okay, so in this case, they focus on something very specific. Okay, some people say that Tesla is a good example. Yes, you can say that because Tesla produces only electric cars. only electric, okay? So their strategic position is the production of not hybrid electric cars. The second category, the first is variety, the second is need-based positioning. In this case, there is a need, and the company, okay, wants to satisfy the need of a particular group of customers. For example, IKEA. IKEA is a very good example. As you know, IKEA, especially in Europe, is the first choice for students, because they don't want, to spend a lot of money for buying expensive furniture, or for people who cannot afford, an expensive lifestyle. And the last one is access. Okay, this is very interesting nowadays because of technology, e-commerce, blockchain technologies, and all of this. The access-based positioning actually is doing what? Segmenting customers who are accessible in different ways. For example, Amazon, okay? You can order from any country, okay, and Amazon will deliver your book. So the big difference between the first strategic position, we have a variety. So your company, the question is, your company will focus only on a specific product that is very important for the market, or your company will satisfy the needs of a particular group of customers, or finally, your company is going, to gain access, okay, on different customers at different locations. So now I have a very short exercise for you guys. So please use your mobile again. Go to Mentimeter. So please answer the following question. The code for Mentimeter is 2562318. Which are the three sources of strategic positioning? Come on, guys. First one, need and variety. The second one, variety, need, access. The third one, access and based. On the last one, distribution based positioning. 1822, 1585. I think the second answer is the winner, and you are absolutely right. Variety, we have three different sources of strategic positioning, and you have to decide which one of these sources is the most suitable for your company. Thank you very much. Let's move on. Next slide. Okay, now guys, I have a video for you. I know this session today, this module is not about strategy, but you have to understand it because mission and vision are essential, vital parts of the business strategy. So right now I will share this video. What is a strategy? Please keep some notes because this video will help you for our session today and for the next sessions, to come about business strategy and how to formulate and implement your business strategy. Okay, I will click this one. One minute, please. Give me some seconds.
Since this is a strategy course, it seems only natural to start with a discussion of what strategy is and what it isn't. First, consider the following strategy statements drawn from actual documents and announcements from well-respected companies. Our strategy is to be the low-cost provider. We are pursuing a global strategy. The company's strategy is to integrate a set of regional acquisitions. Our strategy is to provide unrivaled customer service. Our strategic intent is to always be the first mover. Our strategy is to move from defense to industrial applications. What do these strategy statements all have in common? Well, first of all, none of them are actually strategies. They represent tactics, goals, objectives, and descriptions, but not strategies. They are mere strategic threads, small components of overall strategies. The problem is that in recent years, strategy has become something of a buzzword. Whenever we want to sound smart and demonstrate our business acumen, we just make sure the word strategy shows up in our ideas. The result is that we now refer to many mundane and uninteresting aspects of the business as being strategic, when they are really only small pieces of the overall business strategy. So then, what is a strategy? Being clear about what a strategy is will help us understand more clearly what a strategy is not. Well, the word strategy originally comes from the Greek word strategos, meaning the art of the general. In other words, the origin of strategy comes from the art of war, and specifically the role of the general in a war. In fact, there's a famous treatise entitled The Art of War that is said to have been authored by Sun Tzu, a legendary Chinese general, around the 2nd century BC. Strategists consider The Art of War to be one of the great masterpieces on strategy. In The Art of War, the goal is to win. Winning is good and losing is very, very bad. Can you imagine the great Hannibal saying something like, "Our strategy is to beat Rome"? No, Hannibal's goal was to defeat Rome. His strategy was to bring hidden strengths against the weaknesses of his enemy at the point of attack to achieve that goal, such as crossing the Alps when the enemies did not believe he could. The general is responsible for multiple units that must work together to win the battle and the war. The way the general adds value to the battle is by providing high-level orchestration and vision. That is, he can see what the field commanders cannot. Great generals think about the whole, and they work to coordinate all the necessary pieces, even sacrificing some pieces when necessary in order to ensure that the overall goal is achieved. We sometimes think of business as modern-day war, but the casualties are more frequently investor pocketbooks rather than human lives. The challenge of the executive is similar to the challenge of the ancient general. The modern-day executive needs to develop a set of complex tactics and activities that lead to a victory. So, how do we know what our strategy is? Or, if we do not have a strategy, how do we formulate one? A good strategy provides clear and concise answers to 4 key questions. First, where do we compete? In other words, what competitive arenas or markets will we be active in? We define markets as industries, product markets within those industries, and geographic markets. Second, what unique value do we bring to win in those markets? In other words, why do our customers choose our products and services when they could have chosen the products and services of any competitor out there? Our unique value could be cost or differentiation, which includes image, customization, styling, reliability, etc. Third, what resources and capabilities do we utilize to deliver that value? Do we have exceptional human capital, superior technology, unrivaled network connections, or a unique reputation? Resources generally refer to the things we have in our toolbox. These things can be tangible, such as a diamond mine or an oil field, or they can be intangible, such as a reputation. Capabilities generally refer to the things that we can do, or our ability to use the things in our toolbox. Fourth, how do we sustain our ability to provide that unique value? Are there barriers to imitation? Are there factors that keep our competitors from being willing or able to replicate the value we create for our customers? This last question focuses on understanding what factors allow us to continue to win over time. So one example of a clearly defined strategy comes from IKEA. IKEA sells relatively inexpensive, contemporary Scandinavian-style furniture and home furnishings to primarily young white-collar customers all over the world. By being the first furniture retailer to put stores in every major country, IKEA has greater scale than local competitors. The choice of markets has helped IKEA offer their unique value propositions of inexpensive, fashionable furniture. IKEA sells this furniture in a fun and low-pressure showroom where order fulfillment is usually immediate. IKEA is able to sell inexpensive, stylish furniture because they've developed excellent design capabilities for inexpensive Scandinavian design. But perhaps even more important is the fact that products are designed to be manufactured by suppliers using mass production techniques and then shipped in flat boxes. The flat boxes require that final assembly is done by the final customer, but this dramatically drops shipping costs. Because shipping costs are so low, IKEA's suppliers can manufacture furniture in high volumes and ship it around the globe. The complex interdependence of IKEA's strategy makes it difficult for competitors to imitate because they don't design their own furniture and their suppliers don't manufacture furniture in high volumes and ship in flat boxes. To imitate IKEA, they would have to completely change the way they design, manufacture, and ship their furniture. Note that we learn what IKEA does, but we also learn what IKEA does not do. IKEA does not compete in the high-end furniture business. IKEA does not try to provide high levels of service or customization to customers. IKEA designs most of its furniture, but does not try to manufacture its products. Thus, in addition to clearly articulating why we win with customers, a really good strategy also provides a clear boundary line signaling what we do not do. It is also important to note that what we have discussed briefly over the last few minutes is not in any way intended to be comprehensive, and there are many important perspectives that are excluded. For example, Henry Mintzberg, one of the most well-respected business strategists of our day, would want to emphasize the important differences between an intended strategy, an emergent strategy, and a realized strategy. He would want you to know that sometimes strategy is really more about what you actually do rather than what you intend to do. That is, your real strategy emerges as you do it and may not line up with your plans. Other strategists would not want me to leave out the importance of staging or timing. You may have a great plan, but if you execute the plan with poor timing, it may fall flat. To be successful, you also need to have a well-orchestrated set of timed steps in order to win in the marketplace. In conclusion, since we cannot adequately cover every expert's opinion in just a few minutes, I really want to focus your attention on the 4 questions we discussed before. As you strategically analyze companies and/or develop your own strategies, you need to have compelling answers to these 4 questions. First, where do we compete? Second, what unique value do we bring to the table in those markets? Third, what resources and capabilities do we utilize to deliver that value? And fourth, how do we sustain our ability to provide that unique value? When you have these answers, you will be well on your way to articulating a clear strategy.
Okay. As you understand now, the role of the strategy is very important. And the mission and the vision we are going to discuss is the next part of this analysis. Thank you very much for your answers. What is a business strategy? Now you have a better idea what is a business strategy. What you said previously, okay, about strategy is a goal or is a tactic or is a finding answers or solving some problems. You're absolutely right. Okay, but you have to understand that all of these are part of the strategy. It's not the strategy itself. So, as I told you, and I believe you agree with me, at least more than 30 people, 30% that's of our colleagues. A business strategy is to gain a competitive advantage. Is how to improve your position over your competitors. So yes, the answer is to gain a competitive advantage over your rivals. So the mission and the vision both are extremely important. They play a pivotal role, okay, for the formulation of your strategy and of course the implementation. Thank you very much for the answers. You're absolutely right. Finally, okay, strategy, a business strategy, is to gain a competitive advantage. Okay, let's move on the second one. There are 4 different things we watched on the video about, our strategy, where do we compete, the unique value we are going to bring for our customers. This is very important. You have to answer this question for your project, okay? And what resources and capabilities you're going to use, and finally, about the sustainability of your value. So, for all of this, in practical terms, the important thing is how you're going to synthesize, the external forces, your internal resources and capabilities with your strategy. And the answer is your mission and vision. So because strategy is a long pattern, okay, it's a pattern, in a stream of decisions, we have to make many, many different decisions. The first thing is we have to decide focuses for the mission of our strategy, company. So, mission, a first mission is its long-term purpose. Okay, now we have to understand how to develop your own mission, the mission for your company. So guys, you need 2 important criteria, okay? 2 basic criteria defined for employees, customers, and all stakeholders, the organization's highest and most enduring goals. So a mission is a statement, okay? So you need a statement. Why this statement, mission? And of course, we'll discuss the vision. We have 2 different things, okay? But, okay, are interrelated, both of them. Why are so important? Okay, mission and vision, both, okay, so as the direction of the company. Without a clear mission, a mission that actually is coming to fill the gap or bridge the gap, okay, an existing gap in our market, then our strategy will not work well. So we need a mission, we need a vision, okay, and then we'll discuss about objectives. So for our mission, we need, okay, in our statements, we have to identify, okay, 2 important things. The first one is the core purposes. No need to worry. I will share with you an example, okay? And the second one, by saying core purposes, okay, of course, in terms of customer needs, what our customers are looking for, okay, what is the demand, okay, for a specific product and all of this. Now you understand why it's very important to understand, the external environment, because we have to know what our customers are looking for. And the second is the key beliefs, values, and priorities, okay, because we need a combination of different things, so we have to define both of these, the core purposes, the key beliefs, values, and priorities in our mission. On the other hand, the vision, okay, is something for many people quite bigger, okay, and of course it's going longer than, in terms of time, if you compare with your mission. So the big difference, because we have to understand the difference between mission and vision. Let me say, okay, mission is something to be accomplished, whereas a vision is something to be pursued for that accomplishment. Okay, let me give you an example. I am sure it's not so clear. Okay, let's say my mission is, okay, for my personal life, for my next summer vacation, okay, to visit Spain, let's say Spain, for my summer vacation. My vision is, so I have, I have to do some some things, okay, in order to be able, okay, to visit Spain for my summer vacation. I have to save money, I have to book my hotel, okay, I have to discuss with the other members of my family, and so on. Vision is something to be pursued for that accomplishment, okay, it means what? If my mission is to visit Spain for my summer vacation, let me say summer 2021, my vision is to visit a different country every year for my summer vacations. So you understand the mission and the vision, okay? This is why I told you in terms of time is going, is longer than the mission, okay? And this is why mission is something to be accomplished, okay? For example, I have to accomplish this my goal for my summer vacation, okay? And my vision, okay, is something to be pursued for that accomplishment, okay? So this is why many times the vision, okay, is something bigger, and in terms of time, of course, is has a long-term objectives. Of course, we have some objectives. Okay, the next step after mission and vision, you have to decide about your objectives, but your objectives are linked to your mission and vision. And your mission and vision, okay, must fulfill the needs of your customers. So in order to understand your customer, you have to understand the market. So objectives, okay, always flow from the mission, and objectives are more specific. We have to make it more measurable, okay? So, because, many times you will see that. Now I will share an example of a mission and a vision, something quite generic. We have to make it, more specific. And, our human brains understand numbers. So many times we have to make it, we have to find a way, to make it, to measure it, okay? This is why in companies, we are using many times for objectives, and then we use some different indexes. We call them key performance indicators or indices, because we have, to measure, okay, our performance. We have to measure our strategy. We have to measure, our decisions. So this is something very important. Okay, let's move on. Okay, let's playtime. We discussed about mission and vision. I understand it's not so easy, and frankly speaking, folks, mission and vision is not something easy. Many times companies, unfortunately, underestimate the value of a mission and vision. Mission and vision, is both of them play the role of a compass, okay? They show you your direction. So if you go to Abu Dhabi University website, let me go there. Okay, this is our website. Okay, we have decided about the mission, the vision of Abu Dhabi University, and of course, the different values and goals. Okay, let's first see the mission and the vision, okay, of our university. This is our mission. Let me read it for you. At Abu Dhabi University, students are at the heart of everything we do. We prepare graduates for dynamic careers through transformative world-class education enriched by innovative and flexible programs, international accreditation, applied research, and impactful industry and community engagement. There are many important things here. And the next step is, because we have to decide about our values, and after our values, our objectives, we have to make it more measurable. This is our mission. Let's see our vision. Abu Dhabi University will be a leading university in the MENA region. So you understand our long-term goals, okay? By achieving this one, the next one is, okay, we want to become a leading university, okay, in Middle East, providing graduates with the knowledge, skills, and mindset to become the leaders of tomorrow. Both of these are very important. I think there is one question. Let me, please, if you have any questions, write it on Q&A box, and I will discuss with you. Okay, the question is, how you're going to decide about the mission and vision? First, you have to study your competitors. You have to study their mission and visions. By writing the mission and vision, because the next step is to decide the objectives and of course values and objectives, okay? You have to pay attention what is important. Let me go back to our presentation, our slides. Okay, this is our mission and our vision. I have, highlighted some important words. At Abu Dhabi University, students, okay, the first and very important point, okay, for our mission as an academic establishment, as a university, is our students. So we are student-oriented. This is very important, okay? Why is it important? Because mission is not important only, for the strategists, managers or directors. It's important for all, the stakeholders of our university. By saying stakeholders, I mean students, for you guys, okay, for our faculty, for our staff, for all the managers, directors, okay, for all of them. I like to say that for me, based on my experience in, from private sector, strategy is like a glue, how to put together many different, things. There is a question. My name is Fazil. Okay, I fill the form. Okay, I received the mail. Okay, no need to worry. Fazil, someone from Abu Dhabi University will contact you. So, okay, there's no questions. So this is very important. So we have realized that there is a need, okay, in tertiary education, universities, to focus on students. Why? Because there is a need from companies that are asking, for specific skills, for specific competencies. This is very important. This is why our mission is focused on our students. So students, at the heart of everything we do, we have to explain by what do you mean by saying at the heart, and how we are going to make it more, let me say, more practical, how we are going, to do it. So students, dynamic careers, transformative world-class education. These are three pillars in our mission. And we will achieve this one by having innovative and flexible programs. International accreditation, extremely important. And we are very proud because our university is one of the most great, institutions in UAE and in Middle East. We have Alaska accreditation. In business, we have ACSB, one of the most important, QEs, and the other departments, they have their own accreditation. It's not easy, to achieve international accreditation. Applied research, this is very important for a university because we have to produce new knowledge. And very important is our contribution to community. So you see an example. You have, to write down your mission, but you have to decide, okay, two important things. If you remember, if you go back, let me only 1 minute go back. You have to decide your core purposes, your customer needs. We are not looking only to educate people. No, we have to transform our students. Why? Because this is the need, from the corporate sector right now. This is what companies are asking and looking for. And very important, we have to synthesize many different parts to achieve our goal. Similarly, for our ADU vision, I think, you have some questions regarding your groups. Please, for all of these questions, send an email to Abu Dhabi University, and our representatives will reply to you by providing information. ADU vision. Abu Dhabi University will be a leading university. As you understand, for a leading university, we need students. You see, I have used different color, okay, because we have to understand the different relationships and interrelationships in the MENA region, providing graduates with knowledge, skill, and mindset. All of this for knowledge, skills, and mindset. Sorry, we need, a very clear and precise procedure, programs, accreditation, quality. This is very important. Moving on to our values, it's very important as a company, okay, as an organization to decide your values. And sorry, but I have to go back. Your values must reflect, okay, your mission and vision statement. Let's see our mission, our values. First of all is excellence. Why is excellence in very high standards? We need excellence in very high standards, and later I will show you how we measure our standards, because, okay, so far we're talking about statements. We have to measure them, okay? So if you go back and see our mission and vision is very clear. Innovative programs, international accreditation, okay, impactful industry and community engagement. For all of these, you need excellence. Otherwise, companies will never trust you. I think this is very easy. The second is innovation. I have nothing to say. So we are, our model is an open mind model, okay? We are looking for new things. We are very positive, to urge our students, to think out of the box. Okay, this is why we are running many different workshops. We have many internal, competitions for ideas, like, this idea for this winter camp, okay? This is your opportunity. The third one is, the first one is excellence. The second, innovation. The third one is teamwork. Without teamwork, it's impossible. And teamwork not only, between students and faculty. No, it's not working this way, believe me. By saying teamwork, we are here in Abu Dhabi, we are only one team, all people. And many people, for example, for running this module today, okay, believe me, you see my face, but there are many people behind, the cameras, like my colleague, Mr. Robert, okay, who help us provide, support. They have organized, they have set up many different things. So teamwork is very important. And finally, ethics, integrity. Don't forget that we're talking about a university. So for a university to survive, okay, integrity is one of the most important. Because, integrity actually is going to put all the different pieces together. So we discussed about the 4 values, and if you go back, you will realize that for achieving our mission and our vision, okay, we need specific values, and later we'll discuss how to measure these values through objectives. So I have another one exercise. We discuss about excellence, innovation, teamwork, and integrity. So guys, use your mobile again, and please, by using Mentimeter again, which are the key values of Abu Dhabi University? You have to do the same for your company, okay? You have to decide for your values. And these values must be linked to your mission and vision. Believe me, it's not so difficult. It's not so difficult. It's not so difficult. If you identify, okay, where is the gap in the market? What is the role of your company? Believe me, by following this step by step will be very easy. So guys, please use your mobile. Which are the key values of Abu Dhabi University? We discussed 4 different values. You can write 1, 2, or more. At the same time, I think there is a question. Okay, if your name is not included on our form, please contact Abu Dhabi University. Please send an email, and our representatives will call you back. Thank you very much. So come on, guys, use your mobile. Which are the key values? This will help you, to understand the role of the values, because the next step is to discuss about the objectives. The objectives are extremely important because we are moving to quantifiable statements. By saying quantifiable, something that we can measure. So which are the key values of Abu Dhabi University? We discuss about integrity is one. Any other ideas? Come on, guys. Okay, I see there are some problems regarding your names, the forms. Okay, please send an email to Abu Dhabi University. So we discussed, guys, I will go back. We discussed 4 different values. And the most important is not to memorize these values, but to understand that these values are linked to our mission and vision. What I have done on this slide is I use different colors to highlight the important words, which actually do what? Explain the core purpose of our university and our beliefs, values, the priorities for achieving these purposes. Finally, okay, we will discuss the different goals. These goals are very important because now we have to measure our values, and of course, we are moving from a statement, because mission and vision is a statement, okay, to specific goals. First goal is engaging students, alumni, and partners. The first goal, for innovative programs and all of this, we need long-term relationship, a lifelong learning, and we need, to help our students, to find out the best possible employment. So this is very important, because if you go back, okay, sorry, but I have to go back. Okay, here, okay, our university must have an impactful industry and community engagement. So in order, to make companies, trust us and, fulfill their needs, okay, we need high quality, and we need, students and partners, okay, which will help us, to achieve the high quality. This is the first one. We have 6 different goals. The second is a holistic learning experience. Experience is not only, a definition or only one thing. It's more like, it's an interaction, okay? And this is the role of a university. It's quite different sometimes than the school, because, okay, the important is to develop your critical thinking. So it's not only, okay, there is black and white. No, we have, to discuss, and many times, through discussing and through many different workshops, in class activities, experiential exercises, we understand the needs, always taking into account, the needs of the companies. Okay, this is very important. The third one is service excellence. because you understand we're talking about a big university, thousands of students, thousands of staff, okay, and faculty. So the excellence, the service, the quality of our service is very important. Otherwise, it will be very difficult, okay, for all of us, students, faculty, staff, and the other partners, to carry out their job. Growth and diversification, this is very important. This is why another one, goal is how to diversify and how to develop new products. You have to do programs. Sorry, you have to do the same for your project, your company. Okay, it's not only to produce one thing. Many times you have to decide about different products and different markets, because the market, everything is changing so fast. And very important, you remember about teamwork, working better together. By the way, this is the way to achieve synergy. Always, we're a very big university here, more than 70 nationalities, many different, ways. So in order to communicate effectively, we're running many different, we have many different trainings. And, this is very important for you. Joining a very, a multinational environment is very important, because many of the companies, you'll find people from many different countries. So it's very important, to understand how to communicate and how to work better with all of these people. And the last one is financial stability, ensuring our financial stability. Of course, we need to survive, and in order, to become bigger and bigger, we need more, sources, of course, of income, and many different, ways, to help our students, for example, through scholarship and all of this. Okay, I think this is the end of my presentation of our module today. I want to discuss, your questions, your queries. So please, if you have any question regarding the mission, the vision, the strategy, the important thing is you have to start working on your mission and vision as soon as possible. This is very important. So I see 86 participants. I will appreciate if you have any comments, any questions, any queries. Please feel free to ask me. So what you have to do as a step number one now is, okay, I think there is one. Yes, the answer is yes, the video is recorded. And of course, if you need any help, please, you can contact me using my email. The goals again, okay. Of course, let me go back. Let's discuss the different. And actually, I will go back to our strategic management. Okay, this one. This is very important. Okay, this is the different phases, the different steps in the strategic management process. The first one is we have to decode the environmental factors. By saying environmental factors, we mean the external environment, okay? Because many times, for example, an earthquake or COVID-19, okay, is enough to completely change the business landscape. So we have the external environment, the big external environment, the macro external environment, and we have the micro external environment. The micro external environment is our industry environment. So what you have to do is you have to understand your competitors. Okay, it's not so difficult, no need to worry. There are websites so you can extract some information about your competitors. Okay, and then you have to decide about your mission and vision as we discussed. Okay, mission is something to be accomplished. Vision is something to be pursued for that accomplishment. And the next one is to, decide about your objectives and about your goals. Why is so important? The next step after mission and vision, you have to quantify. By saying quantify, okay, I mean you must be able to measure, okay, in a way the different important priorities of your mission and vision. Example is this one. This is our mission statement. Okay, so the pillars is our students, dynamic careers, transformative world-class education. Okay, the next question is, for these three interrelated pillars, how are you going to do it? It's very important. We need some goals. The goals is the next step. We have to make more specific. We need a very good quality of service. Otherwise, it's important to achieve dynamic careers, or prepare your graduate without having very strong and very clear internal processes. We have to work all together. It's not one-man show. No. Okay. And all the big companies and CEOs, they say that. Okay. It's very important in our days. The way of working with the other people. So the goal is doing what? Is taking something general and we have to make it more specific. For example, by saying innovative and flexible programs. Okay, the next step is, if you go to our goals, okay, you will realize that we are talking about holistic learning experience. Okay, this is one thing. And working better together. We need both of these. Otherwise, it's not possible. It's not possible, to achieve a world-class education, to become the leading university, or, to give the appropriate knowledge, skills, and very important mindset to your students. So from something general, because mission and vision is something general, or let me say, it's not easy to measure it. We use goals and objectives because we have to make it more specific. How you're going to measure it? For example, if you say, okay, our mission is to produce the best product. Best product of what? Best product in terms of, let's say, you will produce a very cheap product, or in terms of differentiation. This is very important. If you need more information, please let me know. How do you suggest for us to practice strategies? Okay, very good question. Thank you, Ahmed. It's a very good question. First, you have to start working on the mission and the vision. First, you have to understand your industry, the other competitors. Next, you will work on strategy formulation and strategy implementation. There is a different module, okay? A different module which will be delivered by another instructor. So you have to understand that all of this module will help you to, it's like a step-by-step process. So my humble opinion is to avoid, working on strategies right now, because it's not possible to decide about your strategy. If you go back, Ahmed, let me go back to 1 minute, please. My strategic map. This is our map. If you see strategies here, but now you need an idea about your competitors. You have to decide, okay, what will be the mission and vision of our company? How your company actually will survive? How your company will gain a competitive advantage? For example, okay, if there is a need for a new product, okay, I don't know what, let's say a new innovative product, then, and the other companies only, offer a basic, not, something innovative, or the customer trends, okay, have changed. In this case, you have to, decide, and you have to focus on this product. By producing something, the same product like the other companies, this is not a strategy, only if you are able to produce at a lower cost. Okay, this is a very long, discussion. For me right now, you have, to decide, you have, to see, it's like, a map, okay? You have to understand the position of the other competitors, what they offer to the market, to their customers. And if there is a gap, you have to identify this gap. For example, let's say there are many pizza houses. They offer different types of pizza, but there is no pizza house for, let's say, for a pizza without gluten, or for a pizza for people, for diabetic people, and all of this. In this case, okay, if you realize there is a gap, okay, then your mission will be to produce this kind of product because there is a demand, okay, and there is a specific group of people, okay, who are, asking for this product. This is very important. So it's not a good idea right now, to start working on your strategy. Let me say, step by step, okay, you have to do it. So the first is read, the market, extract information from their website, okay, you have to understand the position of your competitors. And the next one is to decide your mission and vision, how you're going to address this gap. I don't know if you need more information, Ahmed. If you need something more, please let me know. Okay, thank you for taking to us today. Thank you very much for attending to my module. Guys, if you need any, I don't know if you have any other questions, please, if you need any help for your, for developing, for, writing your mission and vision, please let me know. Okay, Asma, I know there are some problems regarding your groups. Okay, I will inform Abu Dhabi University. Right now, I cannot give you a solution. Sorry for this one, but I promise that I will inform my colleagues, and they will call you back. If you can change group, I know there is a list, with all students, all different groups. Again, you have to ask Abu Dhabi University. After the end of my class, I will send a message to my colleagues to inform them that, okay, some of our students are facing some problems regarding the groups, regarding, they have some queries, to change group and all of this. And they will call you back. Okay, Mr. Robert, now I need your help. Asma is asking, how do we contact them? I think
they can contact
yes.
the email from the email person from the invitation.
From the invitation.
I believe that's Miss Kulud.
Very nice. Guys, you have received an invitation and there is an email. Thank you, Mr. Robert, for your help. There is an email there. Please use this email to contact us, and our representatives will call you back. Any other questions regarding, okay, just a few minutes left. If you have any questions regarding the mission, vision, and I know perhaps sounds quite complicated, but believe me, by following this step-by-step process, you will have no problem at all. Can you send us your email so we can contact you if we have any questions? Thank you. Of course, I will share my email. I will do it right now. Mr. Robert, is please possible to add my email in the chat box?
Yes, Doctor. I'm on it now.
Thank you very much, because I want to answer the other questions. You will see my email. Please do not forget to indicate in the subject line your group number, and because I have many different students from different classes, and your project is Winter Camp 2020. The next question is, if my teammate does not answer, what we do? Okay, Sultan. This is a hypothetical question. I believe they will answer. If not, okay, again, you have to ask our representatives. Please feel free for all of these technical problems, okay, technical questions, please feel free to contact us. As Mr. Robert informed us, there is an email. So please use this email, not my email. My email is only for the mission and vision, okay? If you want to write down the mission and vision of your company. But if you have general questions, for example, regarding your groups or regarding problems regarding, the forms and all of these guys, please feel free to use the link, the email, provided in our link. Any other questions? I see no more questions. Thank you very much. Yes, Mr. Robert?
I think there's no more questions, Doctor. There
is no more questions.
No. I send them one by one, and also they can use the email from the invitation they received.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Please, let's give them again this email, for general questions, just to make sure that, because I see there are some problems. Thank you, Mr. Robert. Ladies,
I have posted the email on the chat.
You are the best. Thank you very much for your help and support. I really appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for attending in our session today. I wish you good luck for your project. Believe me, it's very interesting. It's very you will learn many new interesting things. Please feel free to ask your questions, contact us, whatever you want. Okay, and very important, you have to start working with the other members of your group. Okay, following the steps we discussed in our class. Have a very nice evening. Take care of yourself. Stay well and safe. This is very important. And inshallah, I wish to see you. I hope to see you soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a very nice evening. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Mr. Robert, do you need anything else from my side?
No need, Doctor. I'm just sending emails from the chat box. So.
Okay, very nice. Thank you very much for your help again. Have a very nice evening and see you soon. So I will log out because there's no more question. This is the end of our session. Thank you. Okay, have a nice evening. Bye-bye.